legitimately the first solo podcast. I know you're probably wondering where Hylton is, and we just had Some People Suck Fest 2 here yesterday, 2 days ago, 4 days ago. When this comes out, 5 days ago. But Cam and Eric decided they just wanted to keep Hylton, so yeah, the boys just took off with him. I mean, Hylton's small little chin and cute little tongue, they hooked Cam and Eric, and they are not letting him go anytime soon. So as soon as he gets back from their room or dungeon or whatever them mongoloids have him like chained up in, then we'll have him back on the podcast. But until then, it's your boy. And your boy is feeling pretty good. We had Some People Suck Fest 2 here yesterday or 5 days ago, whenever this comes out. And we had a good time with the boys and girls. We had, too many people to count, but a good little celebration of our first year. Hylton made some steaks and some ribs. Had a good little time, bro. We were able to celebrate this will now be 100 episodes. This won't be episode 100, but it will be the 100th one that we put out. Episode 100 comes out in a few weeks, but it is crazy to think that this is now going to be 100 episodes. Like, to think where this podcast came from and to see where it's going, it's dope, dude. It's blowing my mind. I didn't think it would be as big as it is, even though it's not crazy big now. It's still on the come up, but it's crazy to see the evolution of the room, the studio, the sound, the quality of the way everything looks, the chemistry, the guests. Like, we have merch now. Hit us up if you want some merch. DM either me or Hylton, or hit up the page. We can deliver, or you can come pick it up, or we can ship it to you. But soon to announce guest of the year coming soon. Like, I don't know how well this picks up on camera, this belt, but this is the first time we've really addressed the belt. But it's customized to us. This side has the chicken sandwich, and then you got something there. Hold on. Our logo, Some People Suck, and then Guest of the Year with our original logo. And then you got the People's Champ, and then the little whiskey glasses. So, pretty soon, I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks after we hit 100, because we want to do like the first 1 to 100 episodes and choose Guest of the Year, because by the time episode 100 comes out, we'll be right around when we hit our actual 1 year mark. We've been on YouTube for exactly 1 year as of Monday, but we have been releasing our podcast since February 6th of last year. But, we've been recording longer than that because we were confused on how to actually put out a podcast. We thought you had to have so many pre-recorded before you could drop them, but I guess that's a myth. It really just depends on your streaming service. But yeah, so 100 episodes, merch, guest of the year coming up soon. The studio's coming along, and it's still up in the air who's going to be episode 100, who and when that's going to drop. But I do believe that's going to come out January 17th, Martin Luther King Day. It's weird how that time frame came out. It's not exactly how we planned it, but a few episodes came in between, and it pushed the date a little bit. So it'll be unintentional that it's on that day, but, celebrate MLK Day and celebrate us a little bit. Doing our thing. But yeah, so over the weekend, we celebrated at Some People Suck Fest, and before it, I got my toes done. I don't know how you guys feel about pedicures, but if you're a guy and you're on your feet at all and you do not take care of them, like you don't get pedicures, like it's not even a girly thing. I know that's like the classic thought is like, oh, I'm not gonna get my feet touched because it's such a girl thing to do, dude. If you do not take care of your legs, bro, you're on them more than anything else. You know, like why wouldn't you take care of it? Like they massage your legs for like a good 15 minutes, which is insane because they use this like CBD cream, which makes your legs, I don't know what else is in it, but it makes your legs feel like they're almost like mentholated, almost. Like it's like almost like a icy hot vibe. And then I just started doing the fucking painting the toenail, man. I feel like it's a good little vibe going. And I love that smiley face with the X's. So if you ain't about it, bro, you need to be about it. You're sleeping on them, you know? Too many good things happen at these pedicure places, you know? I'm not saying, like, anything past pedicures, but I'm just saying they touch your feet, bro, and I could nap in that chair. There's something special about it, you know? Like, there's something special about that hot water and that fizzy CBD cream stuff they use. It's like a salt rub, but it also like, I don't know, it penetrates past, bro. It definitely makes me feel like my legs are renewed by the time it's over with. And I got a fresh tat, got my knuckles tattooed, like my actual knuckles, not like people will be like, yo, I got my knuckles tattooed, and they're talking about their fingers, which I also have those tattooed, but I got my left knuckle like vined out. Like, I don't know if that picks up real well on camera, but not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It reminded me that my left side of my body feels worse when it's getting tattooed, but dude, I haven't had my arms tattooed in years. Like, I got my sleeves like 10 years ago. So I haven't had any work really on them in a long, long time. I'm about to get this redone, but I mean, nothing too crazy. Like, arm tattoos are so easy to deal with. Like, how people don't have sleeves, I don't know, dude. The thing that really sucks is when you get close to the fingernails. Like, I have this dagger on my thumb, and it literally is almost at my nail bed. Like, so painful when it gets down there. It's like such a dense spot, and it just feels like it's vibrating through your whole arm. Like, my knuckles weren't so bad. There was some spots that were like a little shitty, but overall, not that bad. Let me know what you guys think, dude. Like, I think they're pretty dope. I think it'll look really sick whenever it's the same color. Like, you know, after the fresh tattoo, like the super black, it looks like fake how new tattoos look. But when that fades away and it like goes into the normal like skin tone because it's got the extra layer that built up over, I can't wait to see how it matches, you know? It's going to be a nice little vibe going on my hand. I think my other hand's pretty finished too. I don't know. I'm debating on doing the bottom knuckles or the bottom, whatever these parts of your fingers are called. Like, obviously, past the middle joint on your fingers, because it says True Love Survivor. But I'm thinking about going over the Survivor and putting the word jiu-jitsu in like cursive. I don't know, dude. It's definitely something I'm thinking about. Like, the red is kind of played out and it's kind of dull. I might go over it with black and just like not worry about covering it up. Just have it over it. Like, if it shows through. Who cares, you know? Like, I'm not that worried about it. I have some other tattoos where it's like they're covering something up, but like the point of the cover up is like it's showing through. Like the back of my leg, I have Cheese's logo over an old tattoo that I really do not like. So it like shows through, but it looks like it's part of the artwork because of the way the old artwork is red and the new artwork is black. So it looks like it's like part of the inside of the logo. So it's dope. So it's almost very similar to how my fingers will be, which I don't even know that you'll see the old ones at all. But yeah, man. Fucking little finger bangers going on. Dude, and like I said, like Hylton's captors, Eric and Cam, Dude, fucking, I don't know how they're going to hold him. Like, I guess Eric's going to hold Hylton while he's gone, but, like, Cam is doing who's number one. Like, that is insane. Like, just to pull up the card, they have, like, quite the lineup for this who's number one. Like, Cam's on the big stage now. You guys got to respect him. He's going to be on the same card as Craig Jones, the Rutolo brothers, like Nicky Rod, Elder Cruz, John Calistine. You got the Giant Slayer, Jacob Couch, Tubby versus St. Marie. Like, there's so many good fights, bro. And he's on the prelims, but, dude, making a name for himself. He's fighting Michael Pixley from Daisy Fresh, which this is a rematch from Nogi Worlds, which was already a crazy fight that happened. I mean, Michael Pixley is no joke. At Nogi Worlds, he did this like hip toss right into a Darce. It was like one of the fastest submissions of the day. Bro, really hurt the guy, but Cam is on a tear, bro. Cam don't back down from anybody, and that's one good thing about him is, like, there's no fear in that man. He's not scared to fight anybody, and he's going to go places in jiu-jitsu because he doesn't mind testing himself. And a lot of jiu-jitsu people, like, I, for one, can speak from, like, I competed for a long time, and then I stopped, and I just have never went back to it, and it's like it's like a mental block. It's not that I'm scared to compete. It's that, like, once I start to do something, I can do it really well. And anytime, like, I can just keep the ball rolling, but it's getting the ball going. That's a little issue. Like, and, like, personally for me. Like, for example, dude, I have a problem with food. I think I talk about this a lot. But, like, I have an issue with if I have, like, the issue is good and bad. So, like, it's a habit. If I make a good habit, I can hold that habit for a long time. I can just keep building the momentum on that. But in the same way, on the flip side of it, I can do the bad part of it is, like, once I start eating shitty, I get used to eating shitty. And I think we're all, like, can relate to that. Like, I'll just keep eating shitty and I'll start gaining weight, and then I'll be unhappy, and I'll get sad and depressed and want to be to myself, and then it'll make me want to eat shitty, and then it'll just, like, keep building on that. I don't know why that is. Like, I need to do a better job of holding myself accountable and being disciplined whenever I want to set myself to a goal. But I get so easily comforted by food. I don't know where that comes from. I was a chubby kid. And, like, in my adult life, I feel like I'm in much better shape than I was as a kid. But that fat kid mentality has never gone away. I have that to this day, and I get excited about food. Like, you tell me there's going to be something I like, dude, around Thanksgiving time, like green bean casserole, bro, I will smash a whole thing of green bean casserole and throw a little bit of turkey on there. Bro, I'll close the world out for some turkey and green bean casserole together. And then, dude, I used to do this thing where it was like pumpkin cheesecake. We would mix, like, pumpkin puree and, like, homemade cheesecake with graham cracker crust. Bro, what are you doing if you're not doing those three things on Thanksgiving? Like, I don't care if you don't celebrate, like, holidays. There's something about that time of year and that meal and that temperature outside and the way it's maroon and orange and yellow and, like, the seasons changing and the leaves and the color schemes, and there's something about that that's so warm and comforting. And, bro, I got a problem with food, like, and that's fine, and I got to deal with it, and, like, I'm gonna learn. But when, like, what's taking so long? Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I have, like, what is it? What is that word? It's like people who, like, look at their body, but body dysmorphia. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Like, you'll look at yourself and you think you're like different than what you actually are. And like people will try to reinforce like what you actually are, but you don't see yourself that way. Like, people say I'm in shape, but I see people in shape. And I'm in a shape, but I'm not in the shape that I want to be in. And that's fine. I'm working my way there. Like, this year. Also, dude, hey, stop with the this year, that year. Like, be better every day. Stop with the like, yo, 2020 is going to be my year, or 2022 or 2021. Like, have today be your day. Make every choice better. Like, work on every single thing individually. Don't just be like, yo, I'm going to be better this year, because you're not. You need to be better right now. Like, right now. Like, I was reading somewhere the other day, like, in a book, and yeah, I've read a book. Like, yeah, I read books. Like, or listen, or whatever. But it's the same thing, okay? But, like, I was reading or listening, whatever. But the dude, or whoever wrote it, I don't know. Maybe I didn't read it. I don't know. It just comes to me. I sleep, I wake up, and I know things. And that's just how my life is, okay? But anyways, this dude is saying, or somebody is saying, that there is no past or present, or no past or future. Like, everything is right now. There is no other time than right now. Like, once now passes, like, you're always in now. Like, once it passes, like, you got to let that go. Like, you got to be right now. So, like, competing, or like thinking about food, or whatever the issue is, like, don't get so caught up on it, because right now is when you're living. Like, the choice was made. You gotta stop being held up on it, you know? Like, move forward past it. Like, if you fucked up in a relationship, or you're hooked on food, or cocaine, or whatever it is, don't get so caught up in like thinking you're stuck in that forever. Like, that, I think that's like our problem as like humans. Like, I talk to people about this all the time. People, like, our minds are set to where we think what we're going through right now is forever, but it's not. What we're going through right now is only as forever as you make it. Like I can put down the snacks. I'm drinking water. I'm working on it, dude. I promise myself that I'm going to quit being reliant on things that don't bring a benefit to my life. So I'm gonna have, like, what's the best way to word this? Like, if it doesn't bring a benefit to my life, I'm not gonna use it every day. I'm not gonna be reliant on it. I'm gonna have it as an addition to my life, like a treat. Like, coffee is no longer gonna be something I have to have every single morning. And dude, coffee is a fucking problem, bro. Coffee is a drug. Like, there's no way it's not a drug. Like, cocaine's a problem, and I know firsthand, not like me, not me, you, but but people in my life I know have cocaine problems, right? I got a coffee problem, and that's fine, and I'm going to get past it. It's just going to be difficult, okay? But I'm going to work through it, dude. Like, water's going to be my crutch. Dude, my grandma, which RIP has passed away a long time ago, my dad's mom. I've lost all my grandparents. I don't know if you guys know that, but my mom, or my dad's mom, we called her grandma, you know, unique name. Probably never heard it. But she was an amputee, so she lost, I think it was her left leg below the knee. So she was just missing her shin and her foot, right? And she used to be in a wheelchair in our trailer that we lived in. And we had this, like, I don't remember the name brand of it, but or like Culligan or something. But it's like the big fucking jugs of water. And you put it upside down on the fucking water machine. But she would wheel over there and have like 8 glasses a day, dude. Like, she took that shit serious. And before she moved in, because like towards the end of her life we like took care of her, but like before she moved in, dude, I used to drink, I remember it was Amp energy drink, which is like Mountain Dew's Monster, dude. And dude, I'm gonna go back and forth on this. They were great fucking drinks. Like they used to have this one flavor. It was called Three Wide. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was on the can, and it was like orange, blue, and green. Like the flavors were mixed. Holy shit, dude! Like if that was out to this day, I'm probably not having this conversation. You know, I'm probably not having this conversation. I'm probably drinking one of them, not one of these. But my point was like I was drinking those all the time, right? And my grandma was like, dude, you should drink water more often. It definitely makes you feel better. And I was like, grandma, like, you ain't got a leg, bro. Well, you ain't got a foot to stand on here. Like, your argument's bad. But, yeah, dude, like, I tried it out. And, of course, I still drank energy drinks at the beginning. And it took me a while. I would say it took me like 3 months to wean off the fucking energy drinks. But, dude, when I did, dude, all I fucking drank was water. Like, and I craved it. It was like so good. Like the energy crashes weren't as drastic, but also I was like 17. So it was like, dude, energy wasn't a problem. Like I just had energy, but the water just made me feel so much better. Like, I feel like this is obvious fucking facts, but dude, like we're all reliant too much on like caffeine and like sugar and shit. And I want to be more reliant on natural things, and I know that's going to be a constant battle my whole life. Like I don't have an addiction problem with like bad substances. I have an addiction problem with substances that don't seem bad, like food or sugar, but that shit'll fuck you up too, dude. Like it it's a problem now. Like I drink diet soda, so like not terrible for you, but I really like structure my life around the no calories thing. Like if I can drink something with no calories, I typically will try it, you know? Like fucking water, take a sip, you know? But I'm trying to down like I don't know, like 4 liters of water a day. I don't even know what that equates to. It's got to be close to a fucking gallon. I don't know shit about water. I'll get back into water, you know? Like, water used to be a big part of my life, and it's going to be a bigger part of my life again, dude. But, dude, fucking got way off topic. Fucking Cam is on Who's Number One, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. January 21st. You guys got to tune in to Flow Grappling. You have to have a subscription, but, dude, it's definitely worth it. Like, every year for my birthday, I ask somebody to get me that because I fucking use it year round, dude. If you are a grappling fan, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, any style grappling, they got it all. And like if you are not on it, dude, like you're fucking up, bro. That or like UFC Fight Pass, which I don't have anymore, but dude, they have some sick events on there as well. But yeah, dude, like the fucking card is crazy, dude. He's one of the preliminary matches, but dude, fucking Craig Jones versus Mariano, which Mariano just won like fucking heavyweight at Nogi Worlds against Cyborg, and then Rotolo versus Jones Leary, like Levi, bro. Dude, that's a crazy match. And then Nick Rodriguez is versus Elder Cruz, which is another crazy. Like Elder Cruz is on his way up. He's a brown belt, and I do believe he just went double gold at Worlds as well, like Nogi Worlds. But Nicky Rod is, I don't even know what he is. I don't know that he's ranked because he's under Craig now. I don't know how that works. Like the B team. Damn, I like blanked real hard on that. I was like, is that Team B? But there's no way that's Team B. It's the B team, bro. Like Craig, you got Nicky Rod, so many people, bro. Yeah, dude, and then you got Jacob Couch versus Ryda, which is like his name is so crazy. It's like Hanson Ryda, or I don't even know. And then you got Martinez versus Calistine, which is John Calistine, and fuck, what is Martinez's first name? I was just talking to Josh about this at Some People Suck Fest. But He's called the Giant Slayer because he's like fucking 3.5 feet, and he fights like literally giants in comparison to him, and he beats them. It's crazy. It's wild what you can do if you just have super short limbs and you're determined as fuck. Like, you're not getting me in a joint lock because I'm gonna slip out of that motherfucker real quick. But yeah, man. So fucking shout out to Cam doing big things, dude. Also, as far as like working on myself, there's this challenge coming up, and I'm really debating on doing it because it's like such a wild thing, but it's at such a weird time. Like, Hylton might be competing in his first jiu-jitsu match at the Southeastern Submission Classic, and I don't know, dude. I'm in the middle of debating which to go to, and I really don't want to miss like Hylton's big thing, like. But like Trey and Team Remedy throw this tournament. It's a grappling tournament, the Southeastern Submission Classic, and they're doing one on January 22nd, which is when this event would be happening. And I, like in the middle of debating about it, but this thing that I'm talking about is it's called the Joe Relaxo Challenge, and for every 30 minutes for 24 hours, you run a mile. So you can't bank miles. Every 30-minute increment in that entire 24 hours, you have to complete 1 mile. You can't go more than that. I mean, you can, but it doesn't fucking count. So in 24 hours, you will have ran 48 miles. I've never done that. Like, the most I've ever ran in a day, I think, is 12 miles. But I also wasn't taking breaks. So I'd be interested. I really want to do it, but it's like, it's terrible timing, dude. Like I said, like, Hylton's been doing jiu-jitsu for like fucking, at the point of this match will be 2 months. And dude, I really don't want to miss out. I want to be there, but I'll also be reffing or like event coordinating. I can't remember what I got to do at this event, but it's gonna be wild, bro. You guys should come check it out, dude. Words so hard, bro. All right, look, check out the Southeastern Submission Classic, January 22nd, 2022. At the Pensacola Fairgrounds. It's open to everybody. Spectators, I think, are not on the thing. I'm sorry that I don't have better information for you. But yeah, it's $60 for one division or $70 for two divisions. Kids and adults of all levels. It's a points format, so doors open at 9. Fights begin at 10. So you guys should definitely come check it out if you're in the local area. It's definitely family friendly, and it can give you an opportunity to get into the sport if you're not already interested. But it gives you like an opportunity to see like what it is firsthand. Like, a lot of people get like nervous about jiu-jitsu because they're not exactly sure what it is. They think it's karate, or they think it's the UFC. They're like, do you UFC? Or do you MMA? No, dude, I do jiu-jitsu. Okay, bro? I used to do striking, and I do kind of play around with it now, but you boy too good with the hands, all right? Your boy put them hands on you, you won't want to do the sport. So I had to retire my lethal weapons, but, I mean, that's still jiu-jitsu, you know? I still UFC a little bit, you know? I put in that work. But, yeah, that'll be Hylton's first fight, bro. You guys definitely got to come out. If you are fans of the podcast, bro, it'll be history making for the podcast if you guys want to see him compete. And he's put in the work, man. He's put in a lot of work. He's getting progressively better each and every single time or session, you know? And he's training with a bunch of different people. He's cross-training with, like, killers like Cam and Eric and Josh and Pat and Derek, both Derek's, Casey, like, all of Team Remedy, RJ, Juan, Cam, Bennett, like, dude, so many people. Basically everybody you've seen on here he's trained with. But dude, yeah, he's getting crazy good. So maybe we'll get him like a match with a kid or something. I don't know. Something he can really put up a good fight with. But it's good to see the homie doing a sport. I've been trying to like mess around with him for the last few years. Like I never put pressure on him to join, but like he would occasionally like I would say like once a year. So he maybe did jiu-jitsu like 5 times ever before he started now. But it seems like he's really fallen in love with the sport. So it's like cool to see it bite him like it bit me. Like, dude, when it hit me dude, I had no idea. Dude, I remember I was doing yard work and I was like, dude, I'm getting fucking old. And I'm like, at the time I wasn't even that old. I was 26, but I was like, dude, I'm getting so fucking old. Why am I not at least trying this thing that I'm contemplating all the time? And like the big thing that held me back was like I was so nervous to go try it. Like, because I didn't know anybody personally in the sport. So I was like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to go walk into a fucking gym? I don't know nobody. But I was talking to people about it. And I knew Larry Downs Jr. And I knew like a few people that went and trained with him because I used to skate with them, Warren and Boo. And I knew their dad, Michael Johnson. And he used to work for Larry. And I was like, maybe I'll reach out to them. So I reached out to Melinda, which is his wife and their mom. And I was like, you know anybody? And she didn't personally know their number anymore. So I just reached out to a few people just talking to them about like how I was feeling. And I was like, man, I really want to try this, but I'm getting older and I'm like nervous and shit. Somebody got me a Groupon for Remedy. Okay. This is a true story, right? That was the first time I even heard of a gym because I didn't even really look around because I was nervous. Like a lot of the time you get nervous to even try a goal. So you'll get frozen before you even start because you're like, I don't even know where to start. But dude, like now I'm contradicting myself. But yeah, sometimes you have no idea where to start. So how could you start? Anyways, I started because somebody got me a Groupon for Remedy. I go to Remedy, right? This is in like their location off of Old Baghdad Highway in Milton. It was like I don't know how many places they've had, period, but it's the first one I went to. It was next to like a tattoo parlor. It is in like a older like strip mall joint and tiny. It was like a shotgun style, like very skinny, narrow, long. I say long, dude. It was a tiny room. It's fucking tiny. Like if you think this podcast studio is big, it's small. All right. It probably shows up big on camera, but it's not. But dude, I go to this room. They're doing wrestling practice, and wrestling is not my thing. So I thought that's what jiu-jitsu was. I saw these dudes, and like I don't know if you know shit about wrestling, but they're fucking hard-nosed competitors, bro. They are whipping each other's ass. Like wrestling is not for the timid or the weak, and it's definitely a skill you should have. Like if you have a wrestling background, like fucking jiu-jitsu is going to be right up your alley. I think you'll segue real well into the sport. But they were fucking, I think it was Coach, damn, what is the wrestling coach for Pace? I think it's Ricky or Rick. Oh, I'm fucking that up. Shout out to you, Coach. I apologize. I don't remember your name, but I think he was running a after school wrestling like during the off season. So does it keep the competitors in shape? And they would do jiu-jitsu afterwards. Well, I sat in there for the wrestling class, and I got nervous as fuck. Like, nobody talked to me. But he wasn't like a normal coach there. It was just during an off-season kind of thing. And I sat in there. Nobody talked to me, and I left. And then I went to another gym, and they were so friendly, and they wanted me to sign up that day. And I was like, fuck it. Why not? Signed up that day. I mean, I had a free week trial, but I signed up, you know what I'm saying? So, like, after that free week trial, I would just immediately start. And I started striking and jiu-jitsu at the same time. So I would go every single day. No days off except for when the gym was closed. And I would go for several hours every day. So I was doing like 15, Yeah, roughly 15 hours a week. Because I would go roughly about 3 hours every single day. But I would do like an hour, hour and a half striking, and then an hour, hour and a half judo slash jujitsu slash rolling. Um, and it was fun, dude. Like I didn't know any better, so like that's all I knew my experience to be. But I'm like a big visual person, and the gym looked super nice, especially in comparison to the location Remedy was at. But it wasn't any no disrespect to where they were at. They were just like on the come up, and I was enamored by like the way the guy was speaking, and it just ended up being a shit show, honestly. There, but and then I went back to Remedy, and I've been at Remedy ever since. But yeah, dude, like just starting something. Like if you want to start jiu-jitsu and you listen to this podcast, fucking go, dude. Go to any gym. You don't have to go to Remedy, but Remedy is a great place to start. Like it's friendly. Like people will look out for you. They'll help you. Like nobody is above anybody. I mean, there's a few gyms that I would avoid, but like Remedy isn't one of them. Like Remedy is so friendly, dude, and competitive, and like people will push you if you share your goals and like what you want to get into the sport. People will help you achieve those goals. Like, I mean, also Derek Overby off of Scenic, they have Kazushi Club in Pensacola. Like, we're located in Pensacola, so that's a great gym that's right down the street. Like, those are the boys, and they're super welcoming. Like, that's where Hylton trains. I mean, he like cross trains with them and Remedy, but definitely a solid group over there. Um, yeah, bro. But that's how I got started in UFCing or whatever you want to call it. Secret, though. I'm about to let you guys on a secret since nobody's listening, really. I'm contemplating taking a fight. I know that's like a wild thought, and I'm an old man now, but I want to I want to have one legit fight before I leave. I say I leave. Where the fuck am I going? I mean, like before I call it like it in my competitive career. I don't want to make like a run or anything. I just want to have at least one fight, like an amateur. Like it would be dope if it was MMA, but like I get it if it can't be MMA. I don't know the rules behind like what your first fight needs to be. If it's kickboxing, I'll fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like for it. You know, I'm definitely not scared. I'm tough. So fucking be on the lookout for your boy training for a fight or something. I don't know. Dude, I'm so fucking dumb and like words are hard. Like I went to speech class when I was a kid. And dude, they thought I was well, you know. They thought I was on the spectrum and dude, maybe still am. You know, never got off the spectrum. But I don't know. Words were hard, still are. But I feel like this is how my life has gone with words. Started off real touch and go, okay? Didn't know words. Words were hard, period. Like, knowing them at all, I just started repeating things people were saying, which I guess is what every baby does, but it was difficult to put a string of words together, like a line of consciousness, without fucking at least one of the words up. So it took me a while to have full conversations with people. What I had to do was go to a speech class in what is that fucking elementary school? Helen Cairo, which is in Pensacola, but it's near Perdido. But I went there and they fucking worked with me. And by the time I was in middle school, I was still taking them, but I was slowly working out of doing as many speech related classes. Like, so by the time I went to, I think I moved to Jacksonville. By the time I moved to Jacksonville, I was out of speech classes because they thought I would be okay alone. But then I started doing Ritalin and whatever the M word for Ritalin is. Like, we did a lot of like knockoff ones or like over the counter ones. So it was like whatever the cheaper version of Ritalin was. Ritalin, yeah. See, I still have it. Like, I never fully got over it. It's always been like something that's carried with me. And dude, like somebody was just talking to me about this the other day. People like, or they were telling me I'm not as dumb as I think I am. So maybe I not only have body dysmorphia, but I also have like mindmorphia or whatever, like the mind version of it is. Because I feel like since I can't articulate what I want to say really well, or like how it should be said, I feel like the way I visually think of how it should be said, or verbally feel like how it should be said, is never how I come across. And I hate that. It fucking bugs the ever living shit out of me. And I teach jujitsu and Foley at Panacea Jiu-Jitsu. And sometimes I feel embarrassed by like the way I translate my words. Like I'll say something or I'll absolutely freeze on what the word is, and I won't just cut to the next easiest word, which I should. So I don't know why I don't, but I'll get fucking frozen. I'll be like, you want a knee slice, but I'll say like, you want to you want to drive your leg. So I won't like learning. I know how to do things better than I know how to say things. Like if I have to teach it to you, I can tell you how to do it way like simplified versus like, yo, you had him in a sumigashi or like a karatame or whatever like the words are. And like, that's no disrespect to jiu-jitsu and like the culture and everything it came from, but like I am absolutely dog shit at remembering things. Like 95% of the people in my life, I don't know your name, and I am sorry. If you listen to this, I know your Instagram if you like communicate with me, but like if you're not communicating with me on a normal basis and repeating your name to me, it's a fucking wash, dude. I appreciate you guys and I love you, like the people I'm supposed to know the names of, but it's not because I don't care about you that I don't know your name or remember it. It's that I have holes in my brain. I have like fucking brain worms or some shit. So like information is hard to retain and has been for a really long time in my life. And I thought that starting the podcast would help with that, and it has definitely, but it is still a constant struggle, like an everyday struggle. It makes me fear that one day I'll have like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. I think those are two different ones, my bad. I don't fucking know. Like whatever the one is where you're like waking up every day like 51st dates and you're like remembering who people are never. And you're just fucking like, yo, mine, like maybe I remember me. I don't even, like I think whenever you get so bad off of that, you don't even remember who you are. So you just wake up and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? What is this? Who am I? Or whatever that is. Like, I fear like that is going to be what I become. But like, how would I even know that I became that? Because won't I forget? So like, what? Like, who the hell am I, you know? Or who am I going to become? Or who is that even? But remember, you live in the now. So maybe I shouldn't even fucking worry about that. Maybe I should just worry about learning how to talk now. But yeah, dude, like speech has been a problem and I'm working on it, and that's a big fear of mine, and like that brings me a lot of anxiety, but I'm working on myself today. Not just this year, not 2022, but this entire day. Every day, every time now is when I'm going to be working on myself. And I have a fucking goal this year to have seen or be a part of some sort of ab definition in my core section. Like, I've seen pictures of me as like a 6-year-old, dude, and I might have had abs, you know? So I want to work towards that again. I mean, I was like fucking 35 pounds then, but that's a little baby burly boy. And I'm a big burly boy now. So trying to work back to some sort of leanness and getting off of this. Like, I do this thing where like I will think I earned something, and I only do this with food, which is wild. I don't do this with like, I don't think I earned anything because we've done 100 podcasts. I don't think anything like that. But when it comes to food, I told you it's a fucking addiction problem. When it comes to food, it's like I will have done anything. I will have been nice to somebody, or I will have had a good conversation with somebody, or I will have paid it forward, or what the fuck ever, because I don't want to seem braggy or anything. Like, I will have done anything. I could have ran a mile, or had a jiu-jitsu class, or like fucking done a cardio class, or fucking gotten my toes done. And I will have thought I earned a burger or a pizza or fucking anything to eat. And I will spoil myself with that. Dude, popcorn right now is a problem. Like, I love eating the fucking cheddar and the caramel together. And if you don't think it's good mixed, you're an animal. Dude, you just haven't lived on the edge, and the edge is where you need to live. Because, like, the world's taken up, and why not live on the edge? You get to see everything, you know? That's why the edge is important. A lot of people are in the middle. You need to be on the edge. And you need to live on the edge, but not think you deserve every treat ever. And I'm talking to me. I guess I'm not talking to you. But yeah, dude. Like, so popcorn right now, the mixed popcorn, they call it like Chicago style. Or fucking cheese and caramel, whatever, dude. But that's like nostalgic. I used to get these fucking tins, and it would be like caramel, it'll be cheese, and then it'll be butter. And the fucking one, dude, I just got one for Christmas from my sister Tiffany, and I tried it, and I mixed it like I used to. Dude, I used to be a savage when I was a kid, and the tub would not be for just me, right? But like my grandma would get like fucking tons of them. So I used to like squirrel off like one. So I like in these tubs, I don't know if everybody's aware, but they have like dividers. So they'll have way more caramel. Like weight wise, it'll be more, but it'll actually be the same amount, if that makes sense, because like I guess the caramel on it is heavier. But I will pull the divider clean out, and then I'll put the lid back on, and I'll shake it so it's all fully mixed. So every handful, you should get a little bit of everything. Dude, I just did that with the one that Tiffany got me for Christmas. And hey, don't do that again. Not pull the divider, but don't buy those tins. They're fucking shit. Like, I think there's the popcorn company I eat. It's called GH Craters. I think they used to be something else. There's another brand called Gary Poppins, like Mary Poppins, but it's like a popcorn company called Gary Poppins, and obviously they're doing a play on the words, but both of them fucking slap, dude. But them tins, trash, dude. Don't even waste your time. Like, and if you give somebody that as a gift, you're just saying you don't care about the person. Like, why would you fuck it up like that? Like, it's just not worth it, dude. Like, spend the money on a good popcorn brand like Gary Poppins or GH Craters, like fucking companies that slap. Dude, if I'm ever a billionaire, dude, I'm gonna have my wing of the world and my businesses all under this banner, and it's gonna be called Companies That Slap. Yeah, dude. That must be like what the Cadillac CTS stands for. Cadillac that slaps, you know? But, dude, fucking... Yeah, so I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that popcorn thing. I was saying something about the fucking better than... I was gonna do better for myself. Fuck. Oh, dude, and fucking... Oh, like the things... My problems are coffee and the fucking popcorn right now because, like, the popcorn kind of fills you up. Dude, I also have a problem with making my own party mix, like my dad's recipe. I say party mix. It's like honey nut checks and popcorn and hot sauce. Dude, but you bake it, bro, it's fucking... I'll crave that more than anything else, basically. Like, that shit is my fucking jam. Like, I smell things, and, like, certain smells bring you nostalgia, and it's like, that brings me comfort. Like, that exact smell of that party mix reminds me of my dad and my dad's mom, grandma, the one with, like, no leg that got me on water, bro. Bro, I miss her, and I miss my dad. But that time in my life, like, I know that's the past, and I talk about, like, right now, the present, you know? But, like, I miss those times. It was, like, good times, you know? There's family, and it was, like, good moments, you know? The family was the closest it's ever been then. And now it's, like, distance is, like, the definition of how our family is. It's islands, you know? Everybody's on their own little island, and some islands are closer to one another, but some islands are way the fuck off. And, yeah, man. Fucking time is a killer, dude. Like, I really, I think that's why food is an addiction, because, like, the times that I had these foods, I was in such a good spot mentally, or, like, I was having a good time in life, and it's like that food was what I was eating at the time. So maybe, like, subconsciously I, like, associate the two. I'm no fucking doctor, but that sounds like something, you know? Like, it sounds like it could be something. I don't know. Food's a fucking problem. I should just not eat. I should do, like, fucking Josh Elverton does these fucking 48-hour water fasts, or, like, multiple day water fasts. Yeah, I'm not that. It'd be cool to try that one day, though. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know what you would even do. Would you just pee all the time? Do you even shit anymore when you're doing a water fast? Or is it like what are those, colonics? Or enema? You just, like, shit a whole bunch? Dude, I don't even know. Like, my body can't already take that. But, like, I'm getting off coffee, and hopefully that'll bring some good change, and maybe get closer to this ab goal I'm having. But I also got to be, like, I need to stop putting off that I don't exercise as much as I should. Like, I do, like, these cardio classes and striking and, like, jiu-jitsu, but I don't do any, like, body work. I'm not actively working out my body. I'm just doing fun activities. Like, I'm not working out. Like, I don't lift weights and shit, which I should get into. But damn, dude, I chewed y'all's ears off enough about me on this podcast. But, yo, this was our first solo one. I say ours. It's just fucking me and Callie in here. But this was my first solo one. Let me know how you guys think it went. Oh, dude, fucking also, Alabama's in the national title again. Fucking again. And we're playing Georgia right back again. Like, we just fucking played them, like, what, just 2 games ago? We played them at December 4th, which was now, like, exactly a month ago when I was recording this. And we beat them 41-24 for the SEC title. But, dude, now we both made it right back into the national championship game, ranked exactly the same again. Like, same ranking as when we first played. So that'll be fucking interesting to see how this goes. But that'll be January 10th. That's, like, next Monday, I think. Yeah, next Monday. We're going to be national champions, bro. So that'd be fucking dope. So be on the lookout. If you're an Alabama fan, clearly you can tell that I am. I don't normally do these signing outs. This is normally, like, fucking Hylton's thing, but, you know, he's at Cam's and Eric's dungeon getting, like, fucking finger blasted or something. But that has been my time. I love you guys. I appreciate every single follow, listen, merch purchase, like, sticker buying, like, anything you guys have done to help support the podcast. Sharing, liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing. We appreciate absolutely anything, dude. me too, from the bottom of my heart. I can't thank you guys enough. Like, I have big goals for it to be like bigger on YouTube next year or this year, which is really just every single day. My goal is to make it grow. So if I can do anything, if you guys have any comments or suggestions, just hit up the page, dude. Like, we're open to talk about it, and we're open to like listen to whatever you guys want to say. I want to thank you guys again, dude. Cannot do it without you guys listening, and we appreciate every single listen, man. So we love you guys, and I'm out. Yee.